What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about Until Dawn and why I'm basically on the fence on this game. This is a 50-50 type game. Am I going to get it? Am I not going to get it? I would like to. I really would like to. We're going to talk a little bit about that in this video. But at the same time, I feel like it would be economically irresponsible of me. And we'll talk about that as well. Other games that are coming out around the same time. And the game itself. One thing I want to kind of just address right away, whenever I type this game in, I truly don't know, and I'm being dead on serious, I truly don't know if this is a remake or a remaster. When I type in Until Dawn Remake, it shows up. Until Dawn Remaster, it shows up. It's just titled Until Dawn. It's not even Until Dawn Remaster or it's not even like Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. This isn't even Until Dawn Deluxe Remaster. I would have appreciated it even if they gave it that name. I don't actually know what this is. I do know it's an enhancement of a game that I truly love. And that is why, flat out, that is why this game is a 50-50 game, right? So I love the original. The original it's really gone down as one of, if not my favorite horror games, one of, I think, the best PS4 games ever created, definitely exclusive. It's a game filled with tropes, but purposely, I say it over and over again in terms of Supermassive, this was like their best thing, and I don't think they've ever come close. They've done the Dark Pictures, they just did the casting of Frank Stone. I think they are talented. I think they make too many games now, kind of too many back to back to back. I think that lowers the quality overall, but this is where they were cooking, all out, and I really love this game. Probably next year, because next year is the 10-year. This year just doesn't feel right. Next August is the 10-year anniversary of this game. I think it would have been better, to have put the this launch maybe there instead. But next year, I want to go back, regardless if I get this or not. I want to go back to the original next year and really look at it. 10 years later, I've already kind of got that planned out for my third channel, Back to the Past. And, that, again, in a nutshell, that is why I would give this game a chance. I do care how much it costs. I do care when it releases, but I don't care how much it would cost. I don't care, what it would be put up against. I would always have some willingness to get the game because I love the game Until Dawn. And to be fair, there are improvements, and they are noticeable. They've talked about it. They've shown, the comparisons trailer. They've also talked about even, the opening of this game. They're enhancing or expanding certain moments. There is going to be a longer opening where you will play as the two sisters longer in this than you did in the original. So not a different game, but I guess actually in some points it literally would be a different game. Now, okay, is that worth $60? Could I just watch that on YouTube, right? Do I actually need it? I am unsure. I feel like this is a discount type game for me where, I have a lot of different rewards programs my wife and I use to try to get PlayStation, cards and whatnot. If I can get the money to do it through that, I would do that. If I can get this on discount, months later, I would do that. It is something I would like just to have, because I really do believe this will be the definitive version of Until Dawn. But again, from where it comes out, for $60, I own the original. I own the original physically. It's over there, right? I'm pointing at it right as we speak. I have that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Is the enhancements, is it being the best version of Until Dawn, is that worth $60? And the answer is probably not right away. Now, I got to be real. The main factor for me is actually what games come around it. Maybe I'll lose some support over this. The money, the price is not the biggest thing to me. It is something. I would prefer this to not be $60. I really think if this was $40, I feel like I would do it. And so maybe actually price is the biggest thing. I don't know. Call me a hypocrite. I really feel if I could get this at $30, $40, I think I'd pull the trigger. However, another thing not really helping this game's case is when it comes out. And, it releases on October 4th, which I like it in terms of Halloween. It's actually doing what the original Until Dawn should have done. Instead of coming out mid to late August, comes out early October. I like that, right? However, October is a packed month, and specifically for me, on October 11th is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, as well as Metaphor ReFantazio. Both games, I think, Game of the Year type contenders, games that I've been excited for potentially years, depending on when they were each, kind of announced. I'm a big fan. I really want both of them. And even I think Life is Strange Double Exposure, the early access, I think is like the 15th. So within 10 days of Until Dawn, you have Metaphor, you have Dragon Ball, and you have Life is Strange episodes 1 and 2. huge games, important games to me, and then it's going up against a game that is legendary. Until Dawn is one of my favorite games of all time, but it's a game that I already have, right? So, this is what I do in these videos, right? I try to rationalize. I try to almost walk myself through why I am or am not getting a game. But, I feel good with where I'm at. I've had to make some tough calls in September. I've done videos for as many of these games as I could. I had to wait on a game like Dead Rising or maybe even like a Lollipop Chainsaw. I got physically. It's going to come, I think, actually in October. So, I can't get every game. There's a lot of games in October. It's a game that I really love. And I mean, here's the final thing I want to say. The thing that maybe is like the last piece of hope that maybe I will get it is I don't want almost to disappoint. This is going to sound crazy. I don't want to disappoint PlayStation / the studio. And what I mean by this is I don't know if there's a bigger play here. Now, originally I did. Originally, I thought this is a team, the team that's making this game, is made up of veterans that made the original Until Dawn, okay? So I'm thinking in my head, well, what if this is like a test? And if we pass the test, if we support it enough, we will get an Until Dawn 2. Here's the thing. If we start hearing that, and I'm recording this video rather early, so if we start hearing that going forward, that, hey, an Until Dawn 2 could be in the cards if this does well, I feel like I kind of have to change what I'm doing because, I don't know, that's almost a belief thing. I want Until Dawn 2 or something like it so badly that I'm willing to do something like buy this game, okay? That's one thing. However, recently, and I've talked about this in videos too, the studio was hit with layoffs. They laid off a good chunk of people, and it certainly sounds like that they were only contracted. Sony contracted them to work on an Until Dawn remaster remake, and they don't have a new contract afterwards. So the hope of them spinning this into an Until Dawn 2 feels pretty low. Could they spin this into another horror game with another publisher? They pitch an idea, a horror game like Until Dawn, to a different publisher. Yes, I think that's possible. But I don't know. I feel like that line of thinking has taken a hit in recent weeks where it's well, maybe this can lead to something more, right? That kind of line of thinking. I feel like that's been hurt. So for me, it's this is a game that exists. It's a game that I love, and it is improvements. This will, I think, again, be the best way of playing it, but it's it's $60. It's going up against at least 3 other games that are, because they're the first time playing Life is Strange, Double Exposure, Dragon Ball, Metaphor. First time. I've played Until Dawn 3 or 4 times. Those have to take, priority, and they will for me, right? So this is a game I do think I will get, and that's why it's a little weird in this video. I will get this game. I will, but it's probably going to be down the line. If it goes, it's $60, so it only has to go on sale 50% off to get to $30. I would pick that up in a heartbeat. If it's on Black Friday sale, if it's, January, February type sale, I would get that immediately. So I will get it, just not right away, and, I would prefer it to have been priced differently, maybe release in another year from now, things like that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.